Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Talks with Darlene. This episode is about our own inner child. Now you may have heard of this or you may not. It's been around for a very long time where we do have that inner child. And it's really interesting to think we've got this inner child. Now, of course, it's not a physical inner child, it's an energetic inner child. And a lot of the time, that inner child can form because of trauma. And that trauma is whatever trauma means for you. Other people may go, oh, that's just a little bit of trauma. That's nothing compared to what I've had. It doesn't matter. What matters is your inner child formed from somehow, some way. It is an energetic inner child. And when we were looking at the root base chakra, so the inner child in the root base chakra, the inner child is energetically within us, and of course it's in each chakra. Think about that root base chakra. It is at the base of our spine. Traditionally, it is a stability, security, safety. When you think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it is the base. It is the basic needs. It is our food. It is our clothing. It is having somewhere to live. Those are all basic needs, including emotional needs. And when you think about your inner child, what needs do they have in that root base chakra? And you can talk to your inner child. You can do it any way you want. You can actually turn on a camera and you can talk and imagine the inner child in front of you. You can write a letter to your inner child. And you can also write a letter back to the inner child from you, from the you now. There are many ways that you can talk. You can go for a walk and you can go, okay, inner child, come with me. Let's have a talk. You can do a meditation. And one thing I've learned recently, and I'm always learning, is that it is always best to do work on your inner child first before you do any shadow work. And shadow work is all it is those thoughts, patterns, beliefs, everything that comes up that is not aligned with us. Things we may have learned as a child, like one memory, and it doesn't affect me anymore, but one belief, money doesn't grow on trees. How many of us were told that? Your inner child has that belief still, and it's affecting you in your business. It is affecting the way you work with money. Whether you splurge, whether you save, whatever it is, it's affecting you. And you don't do the shadow work until you've worked with your inner child and you know that your inner child is in a beautiful space. You've looked at how safe your inner child is feeling in the root base chakra, how secure they're feeling. And security could be the fact that they've got a key to that root base chakra and they actually they go into a little space in there and they lock the door. Of course, you can always get in because it's your root base chakra, but they lock it to anything else. And what I mean is you're doing work on yourself, you're meditating, you're going to other realms. If you're not in the right space, you haven't set yourself up, you haven't done those beautiful little ceremonies to set yourself up properly so that only those of pure divine love can come through, then you can bring in other energies that are not aligned, that may not be for your best. And that is why that inner child may need that key, because they want to protect themselves. They want to do this beautiful protection. So go into that root base chakra and sit there and talk to your child. Talk to the inner child. What does it need? What does it need you to do to feel safe? Does it need you to do ceremonies throughout the day to cleanse and clear yourself and to constantly remind yourself that only those of pure divine love can come through. I'm continually doing that myself. I'm continually saying only those of pure divine love can come through. Everybody else is blocked. And I do that on a regular basis because I want to feel safe and I want my inner child to feel safe. I didn't feel safe growing up, and that's something that happened. And I want my inner child to feel safe. And your inner child does not work with you in your business. Think about going to work. Do you take your children to work with you? No. Now, many years passed, and in other countries, yes, children work. That's unfortunate. That is something that they need to do. They need to do that to survive. If your children don't need to do that, why are you bringing your inner child to work with you? When you work on your business, why is your inner child there? Tell your inner child. Go into any chakra you want and just have some fun, play. When I've finished working on my business, then we can play together. Isn't that beautiful? The more that you work with your inner child, the more that your heart will open. And yes, we're talking about Root Base Chakra. Your heart will open so much more though, because you're working with your inner child. You're loving it. You're embracing it. You're giving it the hugs. You're giving it the safety and security it needs. You're giving it the food it needs, whatever that food is. Of course, it's not physical food, although it could be. Your inner child may say, hey, I want an apple. Then go and get an apple. Because your inner child can help you with what to eat. Because it wants to feel healthy, whatever that is. I don't care what you eat and drink, your body. That's been this week's beautiful Tuesday talks about our own inner child. Thank you very much for watching. Wishing you a beautiful day wherever you are.